Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. All right, look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for him.
They've got to be happy about how many more assists he's been dishing out lately. He's got a pass-first mentality, and with how well he's been distributing, that's a very good thing. His teammates love playing with him.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Wallace and Williams run the wings. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. And it's SGA in at the point guard position. And for Boston, White and Brown are the wingmen. Williams is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Collier in at the point. What a great front court matchup we have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt much more difficult to defend these post players with all this versatility.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Four on the clock. Fires away from way outside. Boston pulls it in. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
And we're seeing just how good this team is when they're firing on all cylinders. The way they're rolling right now, this winning streak could go on for a while.
Here's SGA. Holmgren outside. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Back over to you.
Allie, thank you.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Brown. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Thunder have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Lets it go from 11, and it's Oklahoma City with another.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Tatum, good.
And that's money in the bank for Tatum. Easy to see why he takes so many threes.
You know, Tim, when it comes to deflections and steals, who's better than the Thunder?
The answer, nobody. They pressure the ball, they run swarms of defenders at you, and they have a way of overwhelming and exhausting their opponents.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Tim, when you talk about Isaiah Hartenstein, how impressive has his development been?
He's a former second-round pick, BA, and he wasn't really a key rotation player in this league until year 4. But now he's become invaluable as a dirty work big man.
And so Hartenstein nails both of them.
And what Hartenstein gives you is toughness and intelligence. He is such an important part of what they do.
That'll be a 5-second call. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Oklahoma City, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're at the very top of the rankings. That gives a team so much confidence. Having that attitude means a lot with the playoffs coming up.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
Well, at 7 feet tall, you don't need much verticality if you're Isaiah Hartenstein. That must be nice.
White finds Brown. And the 3 off target.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Here's Collier, following the 3 by Oklahoma City. White for 3, sinks it from distance.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. That one drops for him. Williams has got 5 now.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the 2K leaderboard now gives us a look at the shooting percentage leaders from this past month. Second, Jason Tatum. Third is Derek White.
Each of these two have been awesome offensively during the last month. Both great options from the floor.
Takes it inside. Shot's good by Collier.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
So it's the Thunder now. After the basket by Boston. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. Last time they met was in Oklahoma City.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
The guys can get forgotten about in the corner. Always got to keep an eye on Williams.
To the middle. Right side, Williams. On the wing, Tatum launches it. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Thunder with a lead. Up top, SGA. His last outing, he had 20. And that one's good. Holmgren.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. Gets the 3 right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Brown passes to White. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Hey, Boston, let's get going for Celtics Entertainment.
Boston with some changes. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Collier. Then for Oklahoma City, Dort, he's checked in for Holmgren. And Mitchell subbed in for Wallace. Now here's SGA. 5 points in the game.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Hauser outside. Simons passes to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Oklahoma City with another.
Well, he's cooking now. That's 3 out of 4 here at the start.
Boston trailing. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back over to you guys.
A great organization. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Dort's shot is good.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Here's Dort. And he goes in for the dunk.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Minute 32 left in the first quarter here. On the wing, Hauser fires the three, and the three-pointer goes. Hauser's got his second bucket on the night.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. And Mitchell with the slam.
Shai is just getting better and better at facilitating.
Brown against Gilgeous-Alexander. Simons outside on the wing, Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Williams. Williams with the screen. Outside, SGA. Back to Mitchell. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They have no answer defensively inside.
So it's Boston now. They trail by 1. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
Hartenstein with a screen on Brown. From deep, Mitchell hits the trifecta. Mitchell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for Oklahoma City. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting 76%. You don't see this often. On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Alex Caruso is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then there's Mitchell, then it's Williams, and it's Dort in at the 2-guard position. So it's Oklahoma City now, following the 3 by Boston. And that one's good. Mitchell. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Hauser's got 15.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Holmgren. Outside Mitchell. The three. Oh, the Thunder, another three.
Well, after making one in the first quarter, he's now made two here in the second. Starting to get it going a little bit.
Here's Hauser. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. It might not always show up on the stat sheet, but Lou Dort is one of the most feared defenders around, right?
Well, he's built like a middle linebacker, and he brings a high level of physicality. B.A., there's a reason he's earned the nickname the Torture Champion.
Collier, no good. The Thunder have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Now it's a 3-point Thunder lead.
Yeah, terrific looking jumper off the dribble. Dort just continues to look to expand his offensive arsenal.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. White, he's checked in for Boston. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Williams. And it's Wallace in for Caruso. And Legs, more and more, we're seeing teams investing in player development. What's behind that?
Well, for one thing, more teams understand that your development staff doesn't count toward the cap, so you're open-ended in that regard, and there are teams now looking for an edge by investing in areas where they're not constrained.
Winning on the margins, man. Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Oklahoma City has got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game. Wiggins, he's checked in for Jang.
Oklahoma City substitution, number 21.
Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. The three from Mitchell. Boston pulls it in. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Simon's shot is good.
Well, I like the versatility from Simons. He's a lot more than just a jump shooter. He can also beat you in the paint.
And here's Mitchell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Holmgren. And Boucher with the block. And he's able to get it back. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Now here's Simons. Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Simons has got 8.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Mitchell, the pass to Holmgren. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Lets the 3 fly. The shot off that time. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Simons. And he dunks it down.
Wow, look at Simons right there. Look at that quickness with the ball in his hands.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Holmgren outside. Now here's Wallace. He's covered closely. Dort outside. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Holmgren missing.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
And the basket is good. Now it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
So Mark Degnon will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And Boston with some changes. Tatum comes in for Boucher. And it's Brown in for Simons. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. SGA comes in for Mitchell. Thunder trail by 6. Outside, Williams. Back to SGA. Down low. Can they get it? Oh, Shea packs one down.
Oh, man, and the defense now sees SGA taking flight. It's just too much.
Pass to White. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Now Dort. Here's Williams. Back to SGA. It's Holmgren, high post. And here's Wallace. Nails it from 3. Now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Outside Tatum for 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Dort's shot is good.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Knocks down the triple.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
The steal. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
Pass to Minot. Nice ball movement by Boston. Collier, no good. Thunder trail by 4. Here's SGA. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Well, that's just skill by SGA. He is so good at reading defenses and understanding when he has an opportunity.
Cata's checked in for Boston. Anthony Simons comes in for Collier. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dort. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. Simons with a steal. Hits a 3-on-3 fast break. Brown with it. Caruso covers. Brown passes to Cata. On the wing, Tatum. This one for 3. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 points in the game. Back to Caruso. 3-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Outside Tatum. Pass to Simons. The 3-ball. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. On the wing, SGA from behind the arc. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Coach likes that look. And Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner.
Now here's Simons. Takes the 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's SGA. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both teams will make substitutions. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
That's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
2 on the clock. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Tatum's got 8 here in this quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston, doing some damage from deep. He now has 5 3-pointers in the game. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
In that game against the Bulls, they've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an upset here. I'm going the other way. I think they take care of business. Now moving on to the Boston Celtics and the close first half they played.
This bench, they've been destructive. High energy, attacking like torpedoes.
Rising from the depths, 20,000 points from under the sea.
I see where you're going, but check this out. Making big waves out there, Ernie.
Ooh, well done. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch-up.
Boston leading by 3. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Derek White out there with Collier. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Boston shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Williams at the line for 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel in any sport. Do you agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Shai has the ability to break down any defense on any given possession, and you're seeing that again tonight.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused the beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back to you.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. So it's Boston now. 4-point game. Left side, Brown. From the arc. Williams passes to Brown. The kick to Tatum. Back to Brown. The 3 is up. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 6 assists here tonight.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Here's SGA. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Legs, the last few years, big men have been owning the MVP discussion. Now, enter SGA.
Yeah, and BA, this is the scariest part. SGA has room to grow. The guy is still in his mid-20s and is arguably the best player in the game.
And he drops the first.
Well, it's easy to see why SGA has risen to the level of superstar in this league. He is relentless.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. And Williams over to help. Pass to Collier. It's Brown on the wing. And the Celtics another 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's SGA. He's got 24. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Celtics lead by 8. Tatum passes to Williams. Now Brown. Let's go with a three. From downtown. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Thunder. All right, a chance to check out stats for Jaylen Brown.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games. And we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for them. The three from Holmgren. Holmgren defies the perimeter D.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
White finds Brown. Another miss by Brown.
And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
It's hard to forget how much he struggled from the line during their last matchup. Yeah, many believe Holmgren must add muscle over time to his wiry frame. We'll see if he focuses on doing just that.
Just over 2.5 minutes going by in the second half. Back to SGA. All sorts of time. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And now it's just a 2-point Celtic lead. The Celtics have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
So Mark Degno will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. With some time here, let's see which teams have been terrors in transition over the last month of play. Number 1, the Celtics.
They've done a great job using their defense to create for them on offense. Turn it over against this team, and you're going to be in trouble.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Lets it go from deep. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Brown can't hit.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Back to Holmgren for the lead. And another three for Oklahoma City.
And stiff defense is something Holmgren will have to get used to. Pros don't get to take easy shots.
Here's Collier. Back to Brown. There's the triple. And Brown knocking down the triple.
And that's 4 from deep on the night, with 3 of them coming in this half.
And Williams punches it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Collier. White for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the 3 by Boston. Outside, Williams. Here's Wallace. Pulls up, high post, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. SGA's got 13 in the second half. For Boston, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. There's Tatum with the 3. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter. And
here are the Thunder now. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Look at Shea playing big inside.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Celtics making a switch here. Simons checked in. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Mitchell's checked in for Wallace. The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the second half. And here's Brown for three. Brown, the corner triple.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
And you think of players who heat up in a hurry. You got to include Anthony Simons, Tim.
Well, Brian, he's just a bucket getter. He can pull up from any distance, and with the elevation to do a little damage inside as well.
Clock is at 3. Yep, count it. And it's 6 points for Isaiah Hartenstein.
And that's exactly why Hartenstein has a very high career field goal percentage. These are the kinds of shots he's hunting.
Here's Collier. Give him 8 points now. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Collier. And the Celtics lead by 6. Brown against Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Out to the right wing. Back to Holmgren. Now here's SGA. He's covered by Simons. And SGA gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 35.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Another miss by Brown. Thunder trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. No good on the shot. Nice D from Tatum. Well, the Celtics shooting an excellent rate of 56% on the third quarter. Oklahoma City has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander against Williams. Outside for Mitchell. Holmgren outside. Three-pointer. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Ooh, rocket finish from Tatum.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Simons. Now SGA. Give him 35. Just 3 on the clock. The shot, no good. And so it's Boston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now. Keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the fourth. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. Mitchell out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Williams in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Williams. It's hauled in by White. And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. 6-point lead. Here's Simons. Boucher passes to White. Launches a 3. Hits a three-pointer. White's got 21.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Mitchell against Simons. Shoots off the step back and misses it off the right side of the rim. Celtics lead by 9. To the left side wing. Pass to Boucher. Nice ball movement by Boston. Simons passes to Brown. Beyond the arc. Mitchell grabs a miss. Brown with the steal. Out to Simons. Right side Brown. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
About sums it up.
The crossover.
Whoa!
Wow! Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
How about that creativity right there? This is what makes Simons such a handful.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up. Going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Mitchell. Outside, Williams. Wallace outside. Outside, Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Chalk up 2 there.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Here's Simons. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Man, look at that elevation from Simons.
Thunder trail by 12. Williams from long range. On target from range.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Simons. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Wallace. Back to Williams. Outside Mitchell. Here's Dort from outside the arc. And it's Boucher with the rebound. White against Mitchell. White can't hit. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Mitchell, 1-1.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Then for Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Jalen Williams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wallace. Thunder trail by 10. Dort outside. Pass to Holmgren. Tatum against Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. From down in the low post, it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 37.
Well, his production is not in question now if he could just get his teammates involved.
And here's Tatum. For 3, Collier. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. He was all alone on that one. And now just a 5-point Boston lead.
You talk about a guy who made himself into a solid three-point shooter. Lou Dort.
Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Pounded by Tatum. Got it. SGA's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possessions.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And Boston with some changes. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hauser, and Derek White subbed in for Walsh. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Dort, and it's Wallace in for Mitchell. Here's Collier, and here's Brown for three. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Steps back. Another bucket! Wow!
Another night and another 40 points in the books for him. What a season.
And he is edging ever closer to the second place mark for most 40-point games in a year. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 17-6 run. Now the Celtics on the move. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
To tie it up, the triple drop.
For his position, Hartenstein does an impressive job with the dribble handoff, using his perspective to find those openings.
Now here's Brown. Outside Tatum. Shoots a three. The three is in.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Thunder trail by 3.
Boston foul. Collier. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Hartenstein against Williams. Going to work at the low block.
That is a big bucket by Hartenstein. He is locked in offensively.
The Celtics have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Brown on the wing. Puts up the tray. Ooh, the shot is off.
He just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Outside SGA. And he nails it.
Huge bucket by SGA. What a sense for the big moment.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
In the corner, Tatum. Oh, the response from Tatum.
When this team needs a bucket, it naturally looks for Jason Tatum, and he typically comes through.
Bucket! That one goes!
And you just know that Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be the one taking these shots. How much? Knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
On the wing, Tatum. He launches. It's good from beyond the arc.
And this guy is made for these moments. Tatum, the big-time shot.
SGA beyond the arc. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. 59 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Tatum. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
White, booyah! He sinks the triple.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
Well, you would think by now they would have learned their lesson defensively. You have to stay connected to him.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams. Oh, no good! And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And so they foul intentionally. He doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a three-point lead. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick two and then foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a three here and then count on them to miss free throws.
Holmgren. Ooh, Holmgren fighting through contact.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots. Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Drops, and that'll put him up two. And so both free throws good, and it's a three-point game.
And does the pressure affect you? Nope, not that time. Not the players who practice these moments. Well executed.
He's hitting everything from deep, just flat out torching this defense.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Here's the pass to Brown. Tatum fires, knocks down the trifecta.
Since the break, he's been on point from beyond the arc. I'll tell you what, when he's this hot, it's a thing of beauty.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.